All right, a very good morning, good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing fantastic. Before we do get started, please remember the information we discuss in this video is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. Really good to be with you here this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into our charts here. Obviously, we want to see what's happening with regards to some FX. We're going to look at commodities. We're going to bring in an indice as well. But let's maybe kick it off with silver this morning here. All right, let's kick it off with silver. We did see a rise in silver here this morning, guys. We actually saw price push up very nicely. It is currently sitting at 38.84 on the 1 hour time frame. Looking at intraday structure here, we're seeing that it has pushed up from the support all the way up, and we've created some fantastic, structure in terms of highs and higher lows and so forth. The gains came as the US dollar weakened on expectations of the Federal Reserve cut in September. There's an 89% chance now, up from 82% last week, that cut is coming. Extra support came from China's booming solar industry. Obviously, those solar cell exports jumped 70% in, from a record installations perspective in May. And we're seeing the silver push up, a little bit further. Currently in the safety zone, we're looking for this specific price to push all the way up past 38.95. And then obviously then we would look to engage. But at this point, we're still recovering from where it was, 39.05. We retraced to create structure around 38.08. And this is a recovery taking place. Now, we do know there's guys that are going to get in for longs right now. They'll be trading on the shorter time frames, looking for the entries on the lower time frames. But as it stands, we are still waiting to see what happens above that specific zone. All right, that's the silver here. We're also checking out AUD USD. The Aussie rose above 0.65 cents, marking a third day of gains. Beautiful structure from a daily support right there. Beautiful structure right there. Beautiful momentum to the upside. Classic correction right there. And we saw a higher high form there. Now, the strength is driven by those reduced bets on further Reserve Bank, rate cuts after the hotter July inflation reading. Softer US dollars traders price in the Fed cuts. And obviously from a local data perspective, showing stronger business investment, we're seeing the Aussie remain pretty strong there. All right, so we want to see how it goes, guys. We are waiting. It's already out of the safety zone, so there's many buyers in here at this point in time. We have our risk management that's taking place at this from that block perspective. If you get into any longs, that specific safety zone there ends at around 0.64914. I'll say that again. It ends at 0.64914. Let's actually just type that in there so the guys can actually see it. 0.64914 is the place where the safety zone ends. And if price does continue further down, you're going to experience quite a bit of risk and quite a bit of losses if you do get a stop loss beyond that point. We also have the Euro JPY. We're looking for some downside. It's currently in the safety zone right here. Nothing is showing us at this point in time that price is going down here. We needed to break below that 1 point. I'm giving it to you now, actually. It has to go below the 171 flat. 171 flat. So that's 171.000 that we're waiting for price to actually go and dip below. Once that happens, we can engage the Euro JPY. But at this point in time, nothing seems to be at that place where we can fully engage. And then lastly, we got the Nikkei here as well, guys. The yen held steady around, big apologies. Let's go to that Nikkei there. It edged up a little bit further from where it is now. Beautiful push to the upside. You can see this structure has started. We have a low, we have a higher low over that is pushed, yes. But, expect a bit of exhaustion roughly around the resistance here at 43158. We are looking to trade it, obviously, but we need some follow through. It's currently in the safety space. Guys are getting in here now. That is absolutely true. However, they are obviously engaging whether to see, price pushing further up, and they will be engaging these highs here. All right. So many guys will put their stop losses roughly around these highs here if price does, want to, or at least show any form of, pushing back to the downside for correction. because after every high there is a correction. 90% of the time you're going to find there's a correction, okay, when it's created a new high. So we want to see what's happening. We do know that the gains here fundamentally is coming from chip makers after Nvidia's strong earnings, though China sales were weak. All right, so these notable rises that's creating this beautiful push to the upside is your SoftBank. It's companies within the Nikkei index. That's going to be your SoftBank, your Sanrio, your Tokyo Electron, your Tokyo Electric Power, and Nikon or Nikon. That's going to be your companies there that is responsible for this beautiful push to the upside. So we're going to wait and see how it goes. So that means the silver we're looking for the upside, AUD looking for the upside, Euro JPY, it's really uncertain at this point in time. And then obviously the Nikkei upside there as well. All right, join us in our trading room this afternoon, guys. We'll be on there at 2 o'clock. Make sure to tune in. All right, I'll see you guys at 2. Have a good one. Ashley Reeve checking out. Ciao, ciao.